Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank y'all for hopping on here. I'm super excited about this. No, wait, now the only question is, can I share my screen with this? Um, there we go. Okay. How do I view it as a slideshow? There we go. Okay. Okay, so super excited about this because it honestly is, although we talk about Emerald as like a stepping stone, which it is, Emerald is also a huge part of our business because basically we duplicate that to hit any other rank. We duplicate that to increase our volume. We duplicate that to increase our income. And there are just so many benefits that come with Emerald. So we're going to break it down, talk about what Emerald is, how to get there, and how to keep it simple. So if you have any questions at any time, feel free. I can't really see the chat, but you can totally unmute yourself and interrupt me. So at any time. So what is Emerald? Okay, so it's you and then a coach on each of your legs. So Beachbody set up their compensation plan where we each have two legs, a left and a right, strong, weak. Those are different for everybody. So only thing about this that is different right now is that the coach can also be a preferred customer. So you can have two preferred customers signed up and you would reach Emerald. And the benefits of Emerald is that you hit your first team cycle bonus. So I put some links in here to explain what team cycle bonus even is and like some more basic ways. Like there's a visual one, this guy shows with like action figures, and then there's also this lady like breaking down our competition plan. So I'm gonna share those in the chat later so that y'all can have those and keep those. They were super helpful to me when I first signed up. But team cycle bonus is basically you getting rewarded and paid to, sorry, I don't know if that's me or not making this noise because my computer's making a weird noise. So sorry if that's me. But okay. But team cycle bonus is you helping people. Sorry, I really think it is my computer echoing me, and it's just me. I don't know if it is or not, but okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So your team cycle bonus is $14 a cycle, and you might be like, Shelby, well, what the heck, it's like only $14, but that is every time you cycle. And again, I don't know the cap on cycling, Paige probably knows, but $250. Okay, so and can you figure out how many cycles that is, like the number of times? You guys can. But again, that is just, it represents you growing your team, and that is growing your team with preferred customers or coaches. And the benefits on top of team cycle bonus is that you also get inherited customers. So anytime that somebody signs up with Beachbody without a coach initially, like let's say somebody sees a commercial and they're like, oh, I want to try these workouts. So they sign up for a 3-month trial. They get randomly assigned a coach. And then that coach has the opportunity to reach out to them unless they put in there that they don't want contact to be contacted or whatever. So all emeralds and above get put in this bucket, basically, that we all get inherited customers, which is really awesome because then you get to build a relationship with people that you probably wouldn't have met on Instagram or in real life or whatever. And you get to help them on their health journey. And then it is also the first stepping stone as a leader. So like I said, Emerald, while it is a stepping stone, we are just duplicating Emerald. You become an Emerald, you help somebody else becomes an Emerald, and then they help somebody become an Emerald. And that's how we're growing our team. That's how we're growing our income. And if this will go, there we go. So raise your hand if you would consider yourself an overthinker. Anyone on here? Caleb Brown, I see you jumping up and down. Okay, that is why I put this in all caps, because it is so easy to see all these things, especially as a new coach, or even as a coach maybe in a rut. You're like, oh my gosh, there's all these things that I should do or could do or whatever. But we have to come back to keeping it simple. Like, if there's anything that you take away from this call, it is keep your business simple, okay? So what that looks like tangibly for Emerald is, and I'm going to kind of have Paige like take over this part in a minute, of like signing up your spouse account and like why that would be beneficial. But share with friends and family this awesome opportunity. You obviously started coaching for some reason. You have some sort of passion or love for Beachbody, the programs, the business, whatever it is. You have some sort of love for this. Share that genuinely with other people. Like, that is not salesy at all. If you are in conversation and somebody's like, hey, what's new? Like, I wanted to share that when I first started coaching. Even now, excuse me. Even now, like, I'm not saying I like automatically go there in every conversation, but that is like a big part of my life. And I love it. Even if I just want to talk about like the health routine that I have now versus like what I did 3 years ago. So share it genuinely with the people in your life. And it's taking care of you, sharing it in conversation, on social media, wherever, when it takes you, and then helping others to take care of themselves. That is what we do as a whole. And you, by doing that, you, without a doubt in my mind, if you commit to those 3 steps, you can hit Emerald in no time. And then seek help with your conversations, because again, it is about keeping it simple. And as a new coach, as a new person, or even somebody that if you're stuck in a rut and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to hit Success Club, or oh my gosh, I want to hit this rank, or oh my gosh, whatever, that's going to come out in how you share. That's going to come out in your conversations. And so I'm going to go back to that first part of it and keep it simple. Okay. Paige, do you want to kind of like take over like the spouse account part really quick?
Yeah, so I want it to be simple, like Shelby's saying, but I also want you to have a full understanding of why you would sign up a spouse account, okay? I will tell you, when I very first started coaching, people explained this to me, and I was like, okay, I don't get it, really, but I trust you, so I'm going to do what you say, and I hope that I'm the person that you're like, okay, I know you, and I trust you, and I trust that this is going to work out later, okay? So signing up your spouse isn't going to make you money initially. It's just not going to. Don't expect it to. Signing up your spouse is so you're saving a spot on your downline, a spot where it can collect a lot of volume. And I know if you're new, you're like, my head is spinning. I'm not sure what that means. The beauty of it is you don't even really have to. As long as you do it, it literally doesn't matter. It will work itself out like mine has. So I drew this out. I hope that it's not backwards. Not that it really matters, I guess. So here's my downline. I'm on top, okay? And then I put Ethan on, can you see it? Okay, I put Ethan on my weak leg. And then these circles represent every single person I've ever signed up after him. Over here, I put all of these names. I don't know any of these people. That's because Beachbody's compensation plan is amazing. Like, I'm not joking. It's amazing. And I don't know if I want to use my downline or yours. Okay, so my sponsor coach, her coaches that she signed up after me are going to show up over here. That's who these people are. So her people that she signs up after me, I can collect their volume. And again, I know that that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you today, but it will eventually, and this is why it's so cool. You don't want to put your spouse on your strong leg because there's somebody else already up there who's at the top collecting the most volume. On your weak leg, there's not going to be anybody yet because you're starting that leg from scratch. If you need help figuring out where that is, you ask your mentor, okay? So the beauty of this is I signed up Ethan right when I started on my weak leg on the top. So he started to collect volume because these people underneath him are working coaches who are making sales, okay? So his little bank account starts growing. All I have done since beginning is basically keep him an active emerald, which is allowing him to cycle. Okay. So without me doing anything, because I'm 4 years into my business, 4 years ago, I put him right here. Ethan makes anywhere from $50 to $250 a week. There was a time where he was cycling out and his business sitting right here by itself was making me $1,000 a month because of where I put him and because I was patient enough to allow it to grow. Okay. So I understand that right now it's still spinning, but I'm also hoping that you will trust me when I say it works. And it has provided our family with a ton of extra income because Beachbody has a compensation plan that allows you to do that. I will also say, for legal reasons, it is your spouse's account. It is not yours. It belongs to them, so you need to make sure they know that it belongs to them. That's all that means. So if somebody says, hey, are you a Beachbody coach? Your spouse is able to consent and say, yes, I am. But you're doing it together and you're adding to your spouse's downline. That's as simple as I can put it. If you have extra questions about that, or you tell your spouse about this and they're like, I don't really understand that, that makes me feel weird, you let me know. I will be glad to sit down with you. My husband and I can sit down with you and talk to you about what it means and how it can work for you.
Perfect, thanks. And if you don't have a spouse, that's all right. It's okay. But okay, yeah. So again, I just like honestly want to hit this home. Keep it so simple. And really Beachbody has helped us even more with doing that because Emerald used to be just an active coach on each leg. And so we would sign people up as discount coaches because it really benefited everybody. But now with preferred customer, like I basically give people two options or like let them know about preferred customer and then kind of go into like talking about coaching, but that's a different topic. But anyways, preferred customer, like it is amazing for them. And then also it helps us with hitting Emerald. And last thing I want to mention is, like I said, Emerald is a stepping stone for us, but if we can master duplicating Emerald, that is only going to just multiply our businesses, multiply our income, our volume, and really the amount of people that we get to help. So after Emerald, there is technically a rank called Ruby, but most people skip right over it and go to Diamond. So if you, again, like look at this, anywhere that it says coach, like in the blue, that can also be a preferred customer. So you could literally have 2 coaches in your downline, all the rest are preferred customers, and those coaches would be Emerald. So 4 active on your left, 4 active on your right, and an Emerald on each side. And if you're like, I don't even know how to figure that out, how to place those, reach out to your mentor coach. But the main place that I look, and I literally check my back office at least every other day, if not every day. But when you go to the main screen, if you click on reports and then sponsorship drill down, it will have everybody in your downline and you can see which leg they are on. So that can help you if you need to like write it out, like where they're at. That's what I do because it helps me and I'm a visual person. But and then like we were talking about earlier, Emerald, you get your first team cycle bonus. When you're Diamond, your team cycle bonus goes up to $18. And yes, it's only a $4 difference, but when you cycle like 20 times 4 is $80. And that is at least 2 tanks of gas. So I don't know about anybody else, but that's awesome. So again, I'm going to share, I'll go ahead and do it right now before I forget, but I'll share these links that talk more about team cycle bonusing and our, and the compensation plan. So especially if you're like a visual person, or like just really want to dive more into it, these are super, super helpful. And again, keep it so simple. I want you to think of, I was going to say this at the beginning and I totally forgot. That's because I didn't write it down and I have a squirrel brain. But I'm going to set a time for like a minute and a half. And I want you to think of 5 people that are in your circle right now that you know without a shadow of a doubt that could benefit from our fitness programs, from the community, from the nutrition help, from literally anything that we offer. I would bet a bunch of money that all of us know 5 people. So we're going to take a minute to think of those 5 people. I want you to write them down in your phone. Write it on your phone. Okay, if you haven't thought of 5 people yet, that's all right. You can still think on that. But I want you to send that to your mentor coach, and then your mentor coach is going to help you with a message that you can send them or a way that you could bring it up or share it with them without it being salesy. Because we have something to share with people. We have something that has changed something or changed a part of all of our lives. It might be a little bit different for some of us, but it has changed our lives in one way, shape, or form. And so I want you to reach out to them or reach out to your mentor coach, and they will help you send a message to those people and help you with those flow of conversations. Side note about conversation, the National Wake Up Call this week by somebody's name that I don't remember.
Molly Asplin.
Yes. She talked about conversations, and whether you started coaching today or 15 years ago, go listen to it because there were some great reminders in there and great tips about conversations. So that was a little segue. But anybody have any questions or anything at all? Don't be shy.